Welcome to Best Practices for Energy Efficient Commercial Kitchens. I'm Mary Benson from the Illinois Act on Energy program, and I'm here with Scott Schultz, who is an energy advisor with the program. And today we'll be talking about energy efficiency measures for commercial kitchens that are supported by the Act on Energy program. Before we get started, I'll cover some practical items. We'll let you know that the participants are muted, so we won't pick up on any background noises. And if you have any questions throughout the session, please type those into the chat feature. Now, I'll introduce the speaker, who is Scott Schultz. As I said, he's an energy program engineer with SAIC, which is an Ameren, Illinois Act on Energy partner. And Scott works as a technical reviewer for the Ameren, Illinois program. And he has a primary focus on energy efficiency for commercial kitchens and grocery and convenience stores. Scott is a LEED accredited professional, which is Leadership in Energy and Environmental Design from the U.S. Green Building Council. He's a member of the Association of Energy Engineers, and Scott has over 30 years of experience in the consultant engineering field, designing HVAC and electrical systems for commercial buildings. So now I will hand this over to Scott.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us this morning. On screen right now, you should see some topics that we will be covering during this presentation. In specific kitchen equipment and appliances, and then things like our online store. Also, Mary mentioned a copy of this presentation will be posted to the Energy website in a couple of days. So if you are a note taker like me, you don't have to worry about writing down stuff that you see on the slide. See here, commercial kitchens tend to be pretty big energy hogs, multiple appliances and dishwashers, and high ventilation requirements. Most commercial kitchens are part of a larger facility, as a restaurant or cafeteria, so we will also be discussing ways to save energy in the entire facility, such as lighting upgrades. About some typical equipment found in a commercial kitchen. Older style food steamers use a lot of energy. Newer connectionless steamers, or boilerless as they're sometimes referred to, require an external boiler to generate required steam, and therefore also eliminate the additional need for any boiler maintenance. An energy program provides special incentives to businesses to install the new energy efficient steamers. Obviously, some of the most common kitchen appliances are fryers and griddles. Some newer equipment available, substantial improvements in actual equipment design, which makes them far more energy efficient, such as with gas fryers. Other equipment realizes more modest energy savings. That some of the latest equipment can generate shorter cooking times, which is an advantage in any commercial kitchen. Cooling cabinets are certainly typical equipment in large restaurants and banquet and cafeteria food service facilities. Newer models can be as much as 60% more efficient than the units currently being used. Advantage to the energy efficient models is the improved insulation of the cabinet offers better temperature uniformity the entire cabinet from top to bottom. New can save water and money, and can save water and energy, and you can save on the energy used to heat the water for cleaning. You can also save money on your gas bill and your water bill. That's the point I'm trying to make. It probably goes without saying, but a good common sense way to save energy is to run full dishwasher loads, not part loads. dishes use the same amount of energy whether they're full or half empty. I'm referring to the Energy Star quite a bit during the presentation. I would like to point out that most of the kitchen equipment and appliances that the energy program provides incentives for must be Energy Star qualified for our eligibility criteria. Excuse me. As a utility company and not an appliance testing company, so we don't have the ability to verify the energy savings capacity of any commercial excuse me, kitchen appliances. So we're going to use the Energy Star qualified list for our equipment selection. Moving on. Some of you may be familiar with our Green Nozzle program. Provide for free a low flow sprayer for rinsing the dishes. Several if you need them. On the previous washer arrangement there, you can see the faucet and a green nozzle connection there. If you have several pre-rinses, then we would provide as spray nozzles as you would need. Lowers the amount of hot water used for rinsing and can save you as much as $500 a year still. Also look at the customer case studies pull tab on our Acton Energy website to see how some actual restaurant owners are saving by using these nozzles. I don't want to name names, but the initials are Hometown Buffet. So far, to date, we have actually provided nearly 1,000 green nozzles to Ameren, Illinois customers. The Ameren gas customers. When kitchen exhaust fans are constantly running, they will exhaust conditioner even if nothing is cooking on the grill. Obviously, this wastes energy not only with running the fans, but by getting the conditioned air out of the building. It does cost money to heat or cool the heat is brought into the space, so obviously it is wasteful to unnecessarily draw that air out of the building. Calculations for kitchen exhaust control systems will typically determine our custom application, not application. Just a line there if you have a light system you're considering, you want to go through our custom program and criteria. Have made substantial improvements over years, are far more energy efficient than models with newer technology, such as sensing tank heaters. The way these, instead of just dumping the heat from the flames of a gas-fired unit outdoors, the new models actually route the chimney or flue through the water tank. This actually helps heat the tank. The machine that is becoming more popular is the tankless water heater. Which are intended to provide a continuous flow of hot water so you never run out of hot water. Tankless heaters, though, are often not a good fit for commercial kitchens because of limited flow capacity. These often need higher volumes of water. So these are better suited for commercial buildings, but offices that have kind of a intermittent demand for hot water. I mentioned these. The program, at the time anyway, our program has very good incentives on tankless water heaters, although I've been told recently that the incentive for those water heaters need to be substantially reduced. So if you're considering something like this, you may need that very soon. almost all commercial kitchens have some solid door freezers and possibly glass door freezers in their facility. While it seems like refrigerators and freezers last forever, the models are terribly efficient. A apartment door on a freezer not only is energy, but it can have an effect on food inside of the refrigerator or freezer. Kitchens with cafeteria-style serving areas will have top coolers and maybe even some doored refrigerator cases. These units have several small fans for serving cold air. A typical shaded pole motor for this type of equipment uses approximately 50 watts, and an e-motor or electronically commuted motor will only have 18 watts. While this doesn't seem like much savings, there are lots and lots of these motors in a typical stretch of refrigerated cases. So they save up quickly. They are not expensive pieces of equipment, so payback on them is very good, typically 2 years. Add in the incentive from the energy program, they need to become very affordable. They're actually pretty easy to install. Older ice machines used water-cooled refrigeration equipment that wasted electricity and water. Obviously, we are not the water company, but we do believe in conserving all natural resources, and old ice machines can waste a substantial amount of water. The benefit to the newer machines is that they seem much quieter than the old units could be pretty noisy. Incentive for other types of equipment that may be found in commercial kitchens, automatic door closers. So for tune-ups on refrigeration equipment, we all know that sometimes those big walk-in cooler doors close all the way. So they have a gizmo that pulls the door closed tight. Definitely saves some energy there. actonenergy.com for more information on this type of equipment. In the commercial kitchen, there's also some common sense ways to save energy. As simple as keeping appliances clean can help function at peak efficiency. An expensive way to save energy is to use motion sensors in rooms that may have intermittent occupancy. Then you don't worry about if the last person out left the lights on. Also, most people feel that saving is a good thing and happy to be part of a company's initiative to natural resources. So letting employees know about ways they can help save energy is typically a positive thing. Talk about lighting upgrades for a minute, because I mentioned earlier, a commercial kitchen is usually part of a larger facility, such as under cafeteria, and these stations often have opportunities for improvements. See on the slide there, swapping out lamps, T12 style lamps and ballast with lamps and electric ballast can save 30% your energy costs. Point out here, if some of you are having lighting incentives or pursued lighting incentives with our program previously, we recently changed the way we incentivize lights. Previously did it on a per lamp basis. As you see the slide there, our current program is on a watts reduced method, and it's 20 cents per watt reduced. In mind, when you're looking at the applications, if you filled them out before, they'll be different this time around. Luminescent lighting is the long tubes, typically 4 feet or 8 feet long. We refer to these tubes as lamps or bulbs. Here are T12, T8, and T5 tubes. And I'll talk about more what those numbers mean in just a minute. In the old days, they had cool white lamps, warehouses, and warm white lamps, which are typically more for offices. In most linear fluorescent applications, it is built with a brighter white color. In the look of a business, more effectively than most other remodels. And you will save energy and money. You may already be familiar with the terminology for fluorescent lamps, but let's quickly review since we know these around so much. To whether you have T12 lighting, look at the fluorescent tube in the little number. The number after the T stands for 1/8 of an inch. The bulb is in diameter. So 12, it's 1.5 inches in diameter, or 12/8. If the tube's in diameter, that's a T8, 8/8. And if it's 5, then it's 5/8 in diameter. T12s use more energy than the T8s and T5s per amount of light they produce. T8s and T5s are far more energy efficient. You get much light on more for the same amount of energy used. An upgrade. Your T12 lighting is the 2007 Energy Independence and Securitization Act, which increased the standards for T12 lighting. What this means is most current T12 lamps will no longer be manufactured in July of 2012, which of course a couple months ago. The T8s will become the new standard for businesses. The Act on Energy offers a 5% bonus on the current incentive amounts. One bonus is reduced, though. The T12 replacement projects receive better incentives than what we currently have going on. So, in other words, our incentives will not go up, but they may go down. Only the bonus will disappear before long. Other ways to take advantage of the energy program. Some fixtures can be retrofitted by changing the lamps and ballasts while using the same fixture. Another option is to put in new fixtures. Fixtures are typically more efficient at transmitting light. They have better reflectors and things like that. And the new T8 and T5 lamps are brighter. Help reduce the number of lamps needed in fixtures to save more energy. Overlooked energy saver signs. Exit signs have several benefits. They are really inexpensive to purchase, about $35, and they use only a fraction of a typical incandescent exit sign, about $3 for an LED sign versus $35 a year for the incandescent style. On 24/7, they're on all day long, all year long. So also the LED lamps last longer than the standard, so you're not placing bulbs. This is showing our store, and at the top there is the website, the online store. We have lots of energy-saving products available at the online store. And the way that works is the incentive is built into the price. There's no extra paperwork or anything that you have to fill in order to get the incentive. The I have in our online store are all reduced to money. You can find the online store at the web shown on the screen. I'm posting this presentation, so try and scribble down these websites. Just go and download this presentation, and you'll have all the notes and websites that you'll need. some more stuff that we have at our online store. CFLs, we have lights, we have globes, we have the LED exit signs that we were talking about. We have motion and wall switches. We have power strips. By T8 lamps with electric ballast. We have things like vending machine controls, snack miser. They're called miser and vending miser controls. There are limits the quantities. So if you need a lot of them, if you need 200 exit lights, you may consider contacting one of our guys to help you with that type of purchase instead of going to the online store. Basically, the online store has cost savings built into the price, so we do not provide incentives on top of the purchase price. But if you bought some T8 lamp ballast, the discount through the online store, we would not turn around and we would not have paperwork and send in for additional incentives. The incentive is built into the price. And you have free shipping, so something else to consider. Okay. I think too many buttons here. I think I may have messed up my slide. Let's try one more time. Okay, here and see what happens. Defend Energy initiative helps businesses use energy and save more money. The ACT program includes electric and gas incentives, where the incentive is paid to you after complete the project. Types of programs, as you slide there, I finally got it working. Steam custom and commissioning. Differences in how these projects are processed, so please look into these differences before you with your project. With custom, all custom projects require approval. Standard projects giving less than $10,000 in incentives does not require pre-approval. So if you have a lighting project where it's only going to be $2 in incentives, you don't need pre-approval. However, if you have a custom project, maybe LED lighting or something special, you do need to get pre-approval. We also have incentives for lighting and water heaters, as we discussed earlier, and provide incentives for VFDs, which are variable frequency drives. Again, it's standard. If you want your motors more efficient, and some energy there. A biggie are steam traps, which is under standard too. If you have a location where you have boilers, you send some steam traps around, and more than likely some of those are not working or are leaking. So placing those, we have a very, very good incentive program to help you replace those. Now to get started, typically walk through building with maybe our applications handy. The specialty equipment application would be for a commercial kitchen. And just around for things that are on the list. You're going to spot something that could be created. You can do an energy audit at your facility. Or even have a local contractor come out and just kind of do a walk through your building with you. Go over your appliances and your equipment, maybe lighting, even your AC, and you may come up with ideas. After the project is completed, we send you a check. The incentive is not a discount on your electric bill, but a check that we send directly to you. Chose energy advisors that cover the territories in helpful if you want to have one of our energy advisors stop and maybe look on or just who to contact in your area. There are options for it's typically more for the larger facilities. There's an organization called CDAC, and they provide more in-depth audit facility. It's for free. So that's CDAC. Be sure and them up. Have a website. Okay. What with your project is to contact a program ally. You apply for the cash incentives for your project. The program allies have been trained in how our program works, experience in projects and in filling out the paperwork that goes with projects, which for a lot of folks is sort of a big benefit. And a list of the program allies on our Act on Energy website that you see on the side here. Required to use these contractors listed on the website for them. Again, these folks are familiar with our program and therefore with paperwork, and they help you out with that. Here are additional resources for you information about the Act on Energy program. Again, that phone number there, and they can tell you the energy advisor is in your area, or certainly they can give you my name and email address if you have specific commercial kitchen questions, and or you can just email the website with general questions, and we'll get back to you.
Great. Thank you very much, Scott, for joining us today and sharing all these best practices for energy savings in commercial kitchens. Now I've got a question for you. I would like to find out from you what is the most useful or interesting thing that you've learned today, and if you could please type your responses into the chat window. Share those with everyone and let us know what you learned today. Okay, someone's written in, they learned about the various options to recoup some of the costs for upgrading equipment. Great, thank you for sharing that. Another person says the Green Nozzle program. Yeah, it's a great program. So we learned about that today. And another person about demand-controlled ventilation. Great. Thank you very much for all your responses. And someone else here says items in your online store that they can buy without doing any paperwork. Great. Glad that you all learned so many things today, and thank you very much for sharing that with us. Next, we'll answer any questions that you might have, so please type those questions into the chat window and we will address those in just a minute. I'll let you know about an upcoming training that we're offering, Certified Energy Auditor Seminar, in conjunction with the Association of Energy Engineers. And is a professional certification course coming in March of 2013 in Springfield, Illinois. So please join us for that. And at this time, I'll answer any questions you have. So I'll read the first question now and see if we can get Scott to answer that for us. So one question is, could green nozzles be applicable in a non-kitchen application? Scott, answer for that?
Shot. The intent of the green nozzle programs is specifically for facilities. If you have a need for a rinsing situation where it's maybe in a cafeteria or in a small food facility, we would be glad to send you a green nozzle, and hopefully that would help you out. It's not really intended for industrial application where you're, cleaning dirt and grit off things. It is more a kitchen appliance type of equipment.
Thank you very much for clarifying. Another question here, how can my facility get a green nozzle?
Just give us a call or go to our website. The way the program works is you just let us know how many you need, and we will ship them to you, and you install them, and I believe you have to take a picture of the installation, and then so we can verify that units were installed. When we first started up the program, we actually sent folks out to physically install them ourselves, but the demand is high, so we just nozzle to you. And again, it's free. It's a pretty good nozzle. It's a pretty expensive nozzle, but we ship it for free, and take a picture of the installation, and you're good to go.
Thank you. And one last question. Can the facility get more than one nozzle?
Absolutely. Oftentimes a bigger restaurant or cafeteria facility will have several areas for the dishes, for the dishwasher, and things like that. So we'll ship you as you need.
Wonderful. I don't see any other questions at this time. So at this time, I would like to thank everyone very much for joining us, and thank you for your great questions. If you need anything, please email or call us, and have a great day. Thank you.